Alrighty, everybody, we're going to be opening Jedi Master Indara from the Acolyte. So let's get it open. Alrighty, so here next up we got Jedi Master Indara from the Acolyte, played by Carrie Ann Moss. The show came out in June, so honestly, if you didn't watch it by now, sorry. This was not my favorite show, to be honest. A lot of cool characters, a lot of cool potential, just by people who just did not know what they were doing with the Star Wars lore, the IP, the characters. I don't know, but we'll backtrack to that. But before we get started, here's just like a kind of a 360 look at her character. And I'll probably just take her cloak off and her Jedi robe off in a second. But I want to just get something off my chest real quickly. Ahsoka the White Peridea figure did not have her I don't know, because it wasn't really a robe. It was like her poncho type thing right there. And yet Indara, Soul, and I'm trying to think of some other Acolyte related ones. They all had the soft goods robe there. So don't anticipate anybody from Hasbro is going to see my video, but the Pipeline, Balin, Skull, and Shin Vintage Collection and Shin Hati Vintage Collection figures, please put the soft goods robe right away, and don't pull a Black Series where you gotta buy them as an exclusive or something. Just please do it right away. But here's just a look at her. We'll there's like the little hole part where you can like put her comlink when she comes with, she comes with, if I can talk, or her Jedi lightsaber hilts. But we'll just do another 360, then I'll take the cloak off and show you guys how her articulation stuff is in the next clip. But yeah. Okay, so I mean, we don't really see her with this main look like this in the show because she literally dies right away. If you did not know, I didn't say that in the last clip, but yeah, if you didn't know, she dies like literally right away, and then we see her again in flashbacks. But yeah, so here's look at the articulation. Again, I believe she's also newly tooled. Also, somebody will probably correct me if I'm wrong. No, I was just very excited to see her in the show, and then they offed her right away with a tiny little butcher knife thing, which I thought was pretty effing lame, if you ask me. Because I was just like, oh my gosh, like she just looks like a Jedi. Like obviously I know she's playing a Jedi, but I'm just like, she's just so like, her character is just like so majestic and just, I can't think of the word. Just natural. She felt naturally like a Jedi. Like I feel like in some of like the modern day IP, like you look at an actor or actress and like they just don't look like they could be a Jedi. Like she literally looks like she could do that, which I mean obviously because she was cast as one, but I mean just the look of her and everything. But yeah, so then look, good split action as I call it, good leg bend, good movement in the feet, as I'm hearing my puppy run around upstairs. Don't know what she's doing. Good solid arm bend here. Very good, very good. We'll get a look at her lightsaber and accessories in a sec. Okay, so we'll do posing in a bit, but here's Indara just holding her lightsaber, then just kind of what she looks like with her lightsaber hilt at her belt line, and holding her comlink. I don't know. I know the Acolyte was canceled, and I won't lie, I did not like the show. As my puppy is coming to join us, little Miss Hera. I did not like the show, but I have to give credit where credit's due. The action was very good. And that was one of the few things that this show had done. Hi, Hera. I might turn this camera around in a second, but my puppy Hera is joining us. But just, I don't know. They really pulled what they did for Drew. Like, I'm not that old, but I just know from like watching movies. But like in the original Scream movie, Drew Barrymore was really marketed as one of the main characters, and then they just killed her right away. And I mean, that was the same thing with Indara. She was marketed as one of the main characters, and they just killed her right away with a tiny knife, which just shows the logic of the people who worked on the Acolyte. But yeah, I mean, but again, I have to give credit where credit's due with the action. I do hope we get Chimera the Stranger in the Vintage Collection, because I mean, I think that no matter how bad or how good a show is, you need to have the main villain in the line, and he was one of the him. Okay, so the action, if you haven't watched the Acolyte, the action, fantastic. Lee Jung Jae, I think is his name. I don't remember. He's the main guy in Squid Game, but he played Master Soul. He was fantastic. I was blown away that he learned English for playing the role of Master Soul. And I'm gonna butcher his last name. Manny Jacquio, who was Chimera, aka the Stranger. Those were the shining moments of the show, and just I don't know. Also, then bring it back full circle. I was excited to see Carrie Ann Moss. Very disappointed with how they treated her character, but it is what it is at this point. I personally think that the Acolyte would fare better in a animated format. I would not mind seeing a continuation for the show, but I'm like, you need to just get better writers, just plain and simple, and people who know the lore of Star Wars better. But yeah. And honestly, like, I would love to talk to people who actually, and I mean, if you love the show, fantastic. All power to you. I just couldn't, especially with like episode 3. Like, I wanted to like the show, but there was just some things I'm just like, stop. Like, oh my gosh. But anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbering for a second, and we'll pose her up some more. Alrighty, so I'm just using the Venestra Rao box to hold May up because I'm just getting too frustrated with that May figure, just like I got frustrated with her character in the show. But here's a posing look at Indara facing May in her only present day, I guess if you want to call it that, in the show action sequence. But I mean, really, unless you pose her like kind of like jumping over something, I guess if you want to say that, really the only lightsaber one like that is really the only main one for her. But I don't know. I like Indara. I like her character, just stoic. That's the word I was looking for. She just seems very stoic in her actions. But I don't know. You can say, oh, if you didn't like the show, then why are you buying the figures? I liked the characters. I liked the ideas. The writing was atrocious. That's what gets me. It's just, and I don't care if what the main characters are female, male, or what, like, race, or if the main character is a girl, or if the main character is a boy. Just give me a good story, please, for the love of Ivy. In the Acolyte, I was more interested in Soul and Chimera the Stranger. I was not interested in the sisters. But I mean, that's beyond my pay grade. The show happened, it's over. Thank God I don't have to watch it again unless I so want to force myself. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I think that's it really for Indara. That's really the only main pose to have her in, and we covered the articulation. But yeah, so that's it for me, guys. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. We'll call this a post-credit scene, but here's another look at Indara, cloak, wielding lightsaber. Just really, just pains me because she just seems so cool. So I just wish that most of the stuff that we got of her just wasn't like in the past. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos and reviews. Thanks.